I have had this spinner for over a year now. I'm very happy with it. It works great, especially if your situation does not provide a washer and dryer. This is the next best thing. If you have a drying rack or some sort of clothesline, works really great with this. This right here is where you're going to wash your clothes. I already did a load, so I have some clothes in there. I don't fill it up all the way with water. It's really not necessary, and I think it's just a waste of water. It just depends on your soap ratio, how dirty your clothes are. If they're really soiled, then sure, more detergent, more water. But I just use some daily clothes, and for an example here, and obviously to wash it all the way, I typically do a full 15, and sometimes depending, like let's say the soil level is pretty high, I would do 2 15, so that would be 30 minutes altogether that I would be going. And I mean, that works great. Honestly, the water comes out pretty dirty, but the clothes come out pretty clean. Stains come out, dirt and all that gets flushed out. It's awesome, and there is like a lint trap in there. It does catch most hair and lint. The easiest way to clean that out is to let it dry completely, which isn't always very practical. So I don't really like that feature, but it does catch, and that's what it's there for. And you can easily clean that out. Like I said, it's easier when once it's dry. And then here is the settings. This is to drain the water. This is for a soft, delicate load, and this is normal. Right now I have it on normal. And this is another great feature. You don't have to stop it to open it up, which is really nice. That way you can add more clothes to it if you found more socks lying around somewhere, you know. Look at the power of that, and look at the water. I mean, that water was like a tinted blue at first because I added the tide, and now look at it. And that's cleaning. That's doing some deep cleaning there. And then over here we have our spinner, which is also the dryer. It gets the clothes about halfway dried, and then you definitely need to hang them. You can probably spin it a few times if you feel the need to, but I think once one round itself will do most of the job, and then you just need to put it up on your clothes rack or clothesline. And this will not spin if it's open. So that's something I don't like, but I also understand it's a safety feature. So yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. And then this is just to hold down the clothes while it's being spun. And I mean, look at that. That's like not even very damp. It's definitely not dry, but like you don't see any wet marks. It dries pretty well. I mean, I don't see any uneven wet to dry marks. So I recommend this. This is an amazing item for anybody's situation. I know in our previous apartment, we didn't even have a place for this in the bathroom most of the time. So it got to the point where, because our bathroom was even smaller than this one, and this one's a very tiny bathroom. So once we just decided it's too much of a headache, we moved it out onto our balcony, and we just used an extension cord from our bedroom, because we were in a townhouse. Used the extension cord in there and brought it out to the balcony, because our balcony for some reason didn't have an outlet, and it worked fine. I mean, this thing was great. We also were able to dump the water right off the balcony into, you know, the dirt and the concrete beneath. And I mean, it makes the house smell great. It smells like laundry. Great solution for hard times, because it really was a hard time. The apartment we were living in didn't provide working washers and dryers, so we needed a place to do our clothes. we didn't want to have to lug our clothes to the laundromat all the time, and this way I was able to do loads in between, our laundry days, so we didn't have as many. Obviously, you can't do a comforter in this. Don't even try. It's not going to work. I tried one, and it was a small comforter. Didn't work. I would not recommend that, and I wouldn't want to put that kind of pressure on this motor. So as you can see, still plenty of power after over a year use. So I recommend this, and I hope you give it a try.